Justin Tucker for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
On 1st and 10, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. There's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. Jameis now on 1st down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 34 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there, a huge loss. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Brings up second and 8 at the Bucs' 33-yard line.
Throwing on second and 8. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
It's second and 8 at the 31-yard line.
48, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike.
From the 31, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First down.
Ready. Black 22. Check 48. Come on. I'm coming.
Barber on first and 10. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with fourth coming. Winston now at a first down. Winston first and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here. Stopped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brings up second and 8 at the Ravens' 40-yard line.
Shift. Watch the shift. Green, triple team. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
They just do get off. Now Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Buccaneer first down.
Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. Check.
On first down, Barber. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Check that. Wait.
Looking out of the gun. Winston looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Gay's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Baltimore coming back out here on offense. Charles, unfortunately for the Ravens this year, it just feels like a failure. Yes, the 14 wins in the regular season, but that divisional round loss to Tennessee, such a shocker, really stunned everybody in the NFL.
It certainly did, and I know exactly what you're saying.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Jackson now. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He's going to take off with it. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson.
Perfectly designed.
Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 29 yards, and the Ravens have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They're trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. Stewart shedding through. And some room to maneuver. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. They come out here in the eye. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Following the interception, Winston to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 2nd down, Barber. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber, as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up.
And Winston lost the football. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Jameis to throw it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Come on, run back. Check 41. If you don't get this, boy, you think you won't get this? Easy. Like 41. We got to wedge that, huh? All day, dog.
They'll run on first down. It's Barber. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Cuts left. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Peyton Barber, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have two touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12.
On second and 12. Jackson is going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 46 yards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Winston. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Winston. Fighting through pressure. And Winston lost the football. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Winston gives to Barber. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. On first down, Barber. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. And he finds Howard, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Barber. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Noah Spence. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After the sack on first down, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
17 yards on the play. It's now third down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because To be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
To throw is Winston. And he's got some space here. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful.
And he will find Hurst in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Hayden Hurst there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Justin Watson, 65 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the fourth. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. They'll run on first down. It's Ingram, and he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flushed out right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, 37 yards. And now they have taken a fourth-quarter lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with two guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the two-point conversion. From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
Oh, that's true. You've said that before. So now Winston and the Bucs down 34-31, 2:14 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Winston now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
He's back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Winston now from the 50. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer 1st, a pickup of 12 yards. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, bringing out the offense. And look, him getting that award was no surprise. Announced the night before Super Bowl 54.
They could have announced it a month before.
Yeah, very well deserved. We knew it was coming, right?
Had to, right? 36 touchdown passes from a guy that supposedly couldn't throw. We knew he could run, but did you expect 1,206 yards and a new record for quarterbacks in the NFL?
No.
Not at all. 14-2 record for his team. Even though he didn't start the last game, he sat out because they had already clinched. 14-2, number 1 seed in the AFC. The one thing they didn't get, though, they didn't get to the Super Bowl. So I expect his offseason to be full of work, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy who claims that his Heisman Trophy is still sitting in a box in the corner of his house. He's talked about team goals, about personal goals. He's going to be really, really motivated next season. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
Well, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Ready? White 25.
Jameis now on first down. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards. To throw is Jackson. And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. A dump underneath. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Tucker now for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
But Tampa Bay coming back out here to get the football. As they do that, help me figure out these Buccaneers, a team that every year is hard to figure out. This season, 7-9, first year under Bruce Arians, but just wild swings all year. A team that had both a 4-game winning streak and a 4-game losing streak. They look awful in London. They look incredible in L.A. What gives?
When you are a team that's based on offense, and you mentioned the wild swings, but they are a big play offense, that happens to you. Because if you don't get those big plays in every game, that turns into a grinder. That makes it difficult on you. Their defense are still trying to build it. They're going to be a pressure team with their defensive coordinator. Still need a few more pieces added. Their quarterback last year, Jameis Winston, a lot of big plays, both for his team and for the opposition, which was the problem. Remember, he threw over 30 touchdown passes and also 30 interceptions. Not many people get that done in the league. If they find some consistency, this team has a chance to be a factor because I believe in Bruce Arians and what he's putting together in Tampa.
Third and short yardage, Winston. And break, the tight end's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. On first down, Barber. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll run on first down. Barber, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Flip. Come on now. Mike 40. Let's go.
Throwing on second and 14. Winston. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. 4th down, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Check.
Now Jackson back into his end zone, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Jackson now down around his goal line. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try and run here with Barber. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Barber. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, No
You got
way.
to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
Your 10th
anyone.
born.
It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Ingram's got the first down and more. There goes Mark Ingram. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 85 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's
Santos to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Lamar Jackson bringing out the Baltimore Ravens. It's not official until February 1st, that MVP award, but I'm going to go ahead and say it, Charles. No one was more valuable to his team this year than Lamar Jackson. Can we agree on that?
I think that we can. I think the closest was Russell Wilson, because I think without Russell Wilson, Seattle really falls off the pace. But because Lamar Jackson led a team with 14 wins, I think that deserves that title. That's for sure. He did lead the team led the league in touchdown pass with 36. Remember his comment at the beginning of the year? Not bad for a running back, huh? He's never forgotten the slights as he came into the league, but he also continues to use his legs. The most rushing yards in a single season by a quarterback, 1,206. This guy is dynamic.
Also the offensive MVP of the Pro Bowl as well, something else to add to his mantle. Here's Jackson to throw. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Let's go, D3. Check 52.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26. And a conversion there as well on 4th down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 more yards.
On 2nd and very short, Jackson. And an alley to run. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. On first down, Ingram. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Levante David in on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead there to make the grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
No question at all about his talent, and that's been on display since his first game as a starter at Florida State. On a Monday night, the whole country watching, he only missed 2 passes in the entire game and led his team to a big victory and later a national championship as a freshman.
First down, Winston. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The first down throw for Winston. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. And a peek now at the offense for Tampa Bay.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
He'll find Barber out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Hey, 41's Mike. 41's Mike. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna
Throwing, Winston. He's got Evans. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. 6-0 our score after 1. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Jameis to throw it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 4 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. It's a give to the right. Ingram. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd down and goal. Jackson, and he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Willie Henry in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. On second down, it's Jones. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. On third down, Winston looking downfield for Godwin. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down. Jackson, delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
45. Mike, 45.
Jackson on first down. Letting one go deep for Roberts. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 46 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Here's Jackson, and he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Willie Henry picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st down, Jones trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tim Williams makes the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Third and long for Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. First by him near the 35. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. M.J. Stewart, mainly known for his pass coverage, this time a sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
It's fourth down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
It's second down.
36. We go even. 30. Let's go.
Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Flush to his right.
The attempt at the two-point conversion.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
It's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Wormley, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a give running right, Barber. Oh, Barber loses it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
We got it. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check. Crunch. It's a 6. Pull it. Pow.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's crashing. He's checking.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson rolling to his right. He'll run it. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
It's a gain of 8. M.J. Stewart in on the tackle.
Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Devin White in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Winston now to throw on first down. He's going to look, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman, 66 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Jackson now. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. It's caught by Roberts. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Shaquille Barrett in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. To try again after the sack. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided. Affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on 1st down. It's Barber. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. On 2nd and 12, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. 22 yards there, a first down.
Get ready.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ready. White 25. White. Go.
Jameis now on 1st down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Wrap up.
Still moving. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
That's big shot. Trump. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Check.
From the gun, Winston. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He uncorks it for Snead. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Powers through again. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will